fellow puzzlers. Welcome back to my video of making a Christmas tree puzzle. A Christmas theme puzzle, although it does have a tree, as we can see here, and beautifully decorated with a lovely star on the top. It does have more than just a Christmas tree. It does have dogs and puppies, and it is really coming along. On our last video, I was able to connect this large section, which originally I was working on over here, but as I then stepped away from the micro perspective of a puzzle, and what I mean by that is getting really invested in the individual pieces and where do they go, I was able to almost step back and see, okay, things might fit over here, and lo and behold, they did. So that's always very rewarding, I find. I'm basically just floating my puzzle pieces around on the board now, and that's okay because I'm just trying to figure out. I know this is part of the stockings. I don't really see a lot of red pieces left on my sorting pile, if you will. As I say that, I see one or two pieces with the tippiest tip of a toe of a red stocking. So I will pull those to the side. Now, something that I have not talked about before that I would like to introduce the concept, and it's very simple, is when you set up your puzzle, so you unbox your puzzle, you get all the pieces out and sort it on your sorting space, whatever that may be. And then typically I would advise people to then go through while they're sorting right side up their puzzle pieces and to put the edge pieces to the side, then work on getting all of your edge pieces together. Now, my long-winded point with that is that sometimes you will not get all of the edge pieces out of the sorting pile. So, what you can do is then, as you're going back to your sorting pile, looking for perhaps certain colors, certain prints or storylines on said puzzle pieces, if you will. You can also take a quick break every so often and simply scan your puzzle collection to see what piece may kind of stand out at the moment. So what I'm doing right now, and I do not believe you can see me because of the camera angle, but I'm super happy with the camera. As mentioned, I did just purchase a tripod, my first I guess, professional equipment piece for this channel. So very exciting day for me yesterday. But I do like to go through and often pull pieces that I didn't really notice before. Two things. I find this helps kind of change your focus for the moment because perhaps you're too invested in the individual section that you're on. And we can see that, of course, I was struggling with, that's so nice. I was struggling with certain sections of the puzzle, so it is nice to be able to go in, I see. It is nice to be able to go in, find said pieces and the little pieces and get those individual wins. Now, I know I always say, guys, set yourself up for success, but it is true. And I don't know if you are like me, but sometimes life can be very hard. So that's why I think a puzzle is a great way to deal with stress, because you can lose yourself in the story and the puzzle story. And please refer back to some of my other videos on my channel that have discussed that theory in detail, because for my subscribers, and I see that I have subscriptions, but I am unable to see who has subscribed so far. So I would just like to take this moment and say, I don't know if you can see me, say, I do not see you because I am unable for some reason on YouTube to find my subscribers. There are 8, I believe. But thank you for agreeing to come on this journey with me. I don't think I ever would have done this even 2 months ago, let alone a month ago. I am very excited if you haven't guessed, and I really hope to make you proud, because I feel those who have subscribed now are true optimists and perhaps just compassionate people. And that's not to say for anyone who hasn't subscribed, that is not a dig on you, but I think it is important to note the people who were there from the beginning, and your faith maybe in me to actually subscribe to my channel. Wow. I can imagine that for YouTubers or other influencers who have how many million subscribers, that maybe, and this is not a dig, but maybe they don't relish in when they get just one more subscriber. So it is somewhat, no, not somewhat, that's the wrong word. So I'm really using my finger today. I don't mean to be scolding anyone, I apologize. I guess it's just where I'm at for the day. But, what was I saying? Darn it. Oh, I feel like I had such a good point to say, but that's okay. That just shows me where I'm at, where I'm probably at mentally for the day. But yeah, it's really nice being able to express myself through this type of a medium. Yes. And yes, I just want to say thank you for taking a chance with me. And cool if you see or hear some similarities in how I feel, or perhaps used to feel, and maybe that is resonating strongly with you right now. So yes, of course, I'm super happy that you have subscribed to my channel and you hopefully liked my videos. And if you don't, give me comments, tell me what works, tell me what doesn't work, with the understanding that I am trying to have unedited videos, because I feel like that is going to be a sticking point with many people. And that is okay. Perhaps I have not clearly explained my vision for this channel. I will always continue to try to do better when given constructive criticism, but pure malicious criticism, unfortunately, I don't want to hear it. I am trying to fight for my life. So I am scared enough. I certainly do not need anyone cementing my fears about. So I touched on this on the last video, and I'll quickly touch on it again. This year, if you are worried about celebrating the holidays because maybe you can't celebrate them the way you used to, maybe you can't be around the same volume of noise, as I've touched on another video. Perhaps you cannot be around certain people because of whatever reason. You know, there's many things around the holidays that are hard for many people, but I think you should make a positive 2024. Where do you go? Make it positive 2024 by standing up for yourself at the end of 2023. Bet you'll have to use the poster there. I think if people knew better, that they will do better. So maybe you have tried in the past and it hasn't worked. Okay. Well, I've tried some things as well in the past that haven't worked, but I'm trying them again because I think it is really easy to hide and to give up. And to me, that is scary. Because my journey is me fighting for my life. So imagine if I gave up. Yeah. That's hard. So, I don't want to give up yet. Like 2 puzzle pieces. I want to find what works for me and just go for it. And isn't that so coincidental that I was putting together a clock? Because I don't know, I feel like your life and time are just so hand in hand, and I don't mean to get too sentimental with it, but maybe this is what someone needs to hear. Because again, my videos are unscripted, so perhaps this is what I needed to talk about at the moment. And of course, that's okay. So yes, try maybe this year to talk to someone ahead of time about some of your fears. Because if you feel that no one wants to see you over the holidays, and you feel like that, that's really sad for me. But if you talk to some people and let them know what you're feeling, then maybe not only will they help you feel better, I don't know, or maybe they will take the time to understand your fears or your concerns, because you are not alone. And it may feel so hard to, I don't know, I got nothing else. It must feel really hard to not feel alone, I think. So, this year, why don't you try something different? Because to me, you have already probably been struggling for a long time. Because I was. And I was just trying to figure out what that noise was. It's one of our, I think I had laundry on and it's one of the drains draining. Sorry. To me, if you've been struggling for a long time, then holidays or gatherings may be a struggle for you. Struggle, good Lord, I need to pick another word. So if you maybe could speak up this year in a positive way, so of course ensure the audience will hear the message, because if they don't hear the message, then it is a waste of your time, it is a waste of their time, as I believe they will just further deepen their stance on not understanding what you are saying. So perhaps if that person you want to talk to and open up and share with is just getting home from work and is soaked in rain and slush and sleet and all that lovely stuff, and has to make supper and has to clean the house, and or has to go change the tires over to snow tires, and it's late and they have to work the next day, or what have you. See where I'm going with this? If the audience is not going to receive the message, then I just never understood the point. I think it just creates almost hostility almost, because basically, why I'm going to say something, and this is not my thought process, but this is something I've heard many times. Why can't you just be happy? Why can't you just this? Why can't you just that? And I get it. Yeah. Because I would love to be happy. I would love to feel like this. I would like to feel like that, whatnot. But not so easy for everyone. So why don't you this year try to talk to maybe someone and voice your, one or two concerns. I don't think maybe it's the time to unleash, all of your thoughts and whatnot. But just say, I'm really looking forward to spending time with you, the person you're talking to. But I just want to say I'm feeling a little overwhelmed this year, so it may be a bit of a struggle for me. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would have more respect for someone, honestly, if they came up to me and said that versus biting my head off. Oh, don't I hate that? Because then I am left to determine, what did I do? Because that person just snapped my face off, and I will then go through my head, piece by piece, conversation by conversation, to determine, what must I have done to upset this person so? And sometimes, I am learning that it is not always about me, obviously. The same goes in reverse, right? So if perhaps people could just be a little bit kinder to themselves, I guess that would be my biggest takeaway from this, I guess. I don't know. Perhaps the message, there we go. Perhaps the message is getting lost in the puzzle as I'm having so much fun putting these poinsettias together. But again, I am nervous to always encourage poinsettias around dogs, as I believe they are incredibly toxic. That is my understanding. That's the story I'm going to stick with. But this is a fictitious puzzle, so we will not read too much into it with my analytical mind and just simply enjoy the puzzle. All right, so the poinsettias are coming together quite nicely, but where the poinsettias are in the puzzle, going back to my puzzle board, it is too scattered. I would not feel comfortable having this large of a piece on this space. My back often gets quite sore doing the lean over, so I do try to sit back, and I can never have proper posture when I'm puzzling, which is very frustrating for me. However, I am in the talks with someone about a new puzzle apparatus, I guess, which sounds pretty cool. It's on Amazon, and I'm very interested in taking a look. But for the most part, I like to keep my puzzle space very close to me. You know, just the chance to really see the detail, basically, is all it is. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying how the poinsettias are coming together. So that should be interesting once those finally take off. It's always really nice when your puzzle starts to come together. I always enjoy that part of puzzling. So hopefully you do too. And if not, then guess what? This channel is not for you. And what am I about to say, guys? That's okay. Anyway, all right, let's see. So I'd like to do a progress check and see where I'm at. So it seems like the red is really making me pause, which is funny because if you have subscribed and watched all of the videos, which bless you, then you will see that, what am I trying to say? Holy moly. Oh yes, you will see that I thought I was being quite clever in the beginning video when I set up this puzzle and decided that I was going to do all of the red pieces first. Now, I am regretting that decision as I feel that I am becoming lost. Where does that go? I fear I'm becoming lost in the red. And of course, for me trying to make this channel, how embarrassing that must be for me. But I feel that there are some people who will understand the struggle. So again, my videos are aiming to be unedited. So you will see me struggle. And honestly, I think, oh, there we go. I think that is okay. I think that will help people not feel so alone and perhaps frustrated when they struggle with their puzzle as well. Because I have been puzzling for a few years now, and we quickly see how hard it can become, but also how rewarding it is at the same time, which is so interesting to me with puzzles of, again, where do the pieces fit? So sometimes it is not going to be as obvious as you would think. Nope. Okay, so, ooh, geez, I wish I had the edge pieces. If you tuned in to another video, which was much shorter in length, you will quickly remember that one of my dogs unfortunately managed to nibble away at 2 puzzle pieces. He was okay. There was no risk of him getting sick or choking or anything like that as I caught him in the act, but nonetheless, how sad. Oh, isn't that just great? Isn't that great when that works? Oh, but how sad for me, and how embarrassing that one of my 2 pieces of my 1,000-piece puzzle are already gone. I did not throw them out into the garbage, of course, but they are, I believe, beyond repair, which I think is so sad when a puzzle falls. falls to the prey of the non-puzzler, whether that be perhaps you, and no offense to small kids, so take a breath, moms. That is me being very sassy. I normally would never say something like that, lest have the, the feedback and whatnot. I am just trying to make a very simple joke that perhaps your 2-year-old, because I will go with this, the blanket statement of terrible twos. This is not a slight on anyone's child, of course, but a 2-year-old will see puzzle pieces. Of course, it's a choking hazard. I'm not an idiot. But what fun it is to move the pieces around. Oh no, how many hours did you possibly spend putting that puzzle together? And now it is gone at the hands of a mere mortal who is probably less than, what would a 2-year-old be, less than a foot and a half? Anyway, I don't know. I'm not a mom, but I don't have kids, but it's quite funny to me. Anyway, let's move on. I feel like I am getting somewhere with my puzzle. So it is very exciting. Again, you will see me continuously run back to my pile of pieces to ensure that I have all said pieces that I need when assembling the actual puzzle. And I am always so frustrated when I go to look for a piece that I think should be there and I cannot find it, which again leads me down that conspiracy paranoid road of, did they include all the pieces? However, because my dog ate 2, are nibbled and ruined 2, I instantly know that my pile is going to be less than usual, and it's sad, I think, but there is nothing I can do about it now. It is over. I have to let it go. And therein lies the personal growth. Being able to recognize that you cannot control it. So I could sit here and become quite angry at the fact that my puzzle that I am trying to create a channel with has been chewed and wrecked. Just a few pieces, of course, not to blow things out of proportion. Nuts. But I don't know. It was an accident. It was my fault. But I have since moved on. So there we go. Hopefully you do as well. I don't know why you would be bothered, but I'm sure there'll be thoughts and opinions of, how I should train my dogs. Well, I don't know. I think that if people don't appreciate me giving my thoughts on issues that they feel I do not have any experience in, then perhaps things can go both ways and people can not worry about how I treat my dogs, as they have a very good life. But nonetheless, I will move on from that subject. Darn, this red, I don't know why the red is so challenging for me this time. And I say time, I don't know why. I've never done this puzzle. I struggle to redo puzzles, but, oh, do you go there? Nope, and you don't go there. But it is what it is. So won't it be so much better when I manage to get the puzzle done? Because again, I am feeling very frustrated at the moment that the pieces are not ticking along. And I would love nothing more than to turn the camera off and figure out some stuff with this puzzle. But that is not the journey that this puzzle is on, nor I. So here we are, working through the struggle. So perhaps a good lesson for the little ones, I would think, that it is okay if you fail. Absolutely, do your best. But, oh, isn't it nice the pieces are coming together? Absolutely do your best. And if you do your best, then good for you. Where is that red piece? But if you struggle, if you fail, that is okay. Because, as I hope I am conveying, to me, true strength lies from self-recognition and the ability to perhaps not change. I don't know if I agree that people change or not. I don't know. I feel like I'm changing, but I often have theories about that. That will be for another video. Meanwhile, oh, so nice. Being self-aware, I think, is an amazing skill that not a lot of people have. I am not saying I have it. I feel it is growing as my therapy goes on. But to fail and to realize that there is life after failure. Ooh, what a concept. What a strong theory, and what a, that's where that goes. And what a, I don't know, just awesome thing for someone to be able to do, I think. Because yeah, it's hard. It's really, 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 really hard. Sorry, I have to cough. I believe in the other video, if not already. Sorry, these videos sometimes run together in my head for what I'm trying to put out there. So I did get a tripod yesterday, hence why the camera angle has changed, hopefully for the better. And what fun that was to step into that world. I did go to a camera store in the HRM, and what a lovely store, what informative staff members. And I look forward to growing a professional relationship with them, hopefully through this channel. And it was just really interesting to talk to them and see even how they became so passionate and in a good way, almost animated, when they were talking about cameras and just all of the stuff. They answered, of course, all of my questions, but when discussing all of the options that are out there and how you can just go further and further and further and further and further into it, is wow, what an amazing, amazing thing to be able to accomplish. Like, wow. So that was really cool. So yes, I did get a tripod. I will be trying to get other pieces of equipment as I am financially able to. I did not realize how much everything cost. Again, this has not been my world, so I am slowly learning what a amazing world it can be, but whew, it can certainly be expensive too. Like let's just be honest, right? Like looking at cameras and all of that. I was not expecting to see prices that I did, and that is why I'm not that is why I've not purchased anything yet, since I want to make sure that things are going along well. So guess what I'm doing? I'm setting myself up for success, because the old me, funny story, the old me would just say, come on, just get it. Like, it's fine, blah, blah. You work a good job, you're a hard worker, you have a hard job, blah, blah, you deserve it. But I think that sometimes it is easy to give in to what? I think sometimes it is easy to give in to what. Okay, I'm going to take a risk here. Without talking, this is hard. Without going too far into religion and spirituality and all of that, because to me, your faith or not lack of faith, or your decision, whatever. Anyway, all I wanted to say was, I think it is often very easy to listen to the little, on cartoons, in cartoons, the person will have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other. Well, I think it is really easy to listen to that little voice of encouragement sometimes, and maybe you shouldn't, because my point being, all that, by spending a lot of money right now when I don't have it, all that would have done would have been to make me stress, make me, and I don't know if I would have enjoyed the products as much as when I can actually afford them. And that's okay. And that, for me personally, is a huge growth, because again, my love language is giving. So yes, I have definitely given gifts when I cannot afford it. One, I am too scared to show up empty-handed, perhaps, or I am just wanting to show my love, and I love giving gifts, and I've explained that in another video, so please feel free to reference that video. But yeah, it is my love language. So, like that maybe? Nope. So that being said, it is easy to become broke. And again, I'm not trying to complain about my situation or compare myself or all of that good stuff. There you go. All I am simply trying to do is to identify some what I thought were good coping techniques, like, oh, I had a hard day, so I'm going to blah, 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 blah. And whatever that blah, 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 blah may be for you, but perhaps that habit, maybe it's not the healthiest habit, but you may have convinced yourself, well, this is what I need to do to be able to get through the day. Well, I don't know. Gosh, I wish I could find the peace for that. I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge how happy I was with myself that I was able to issue some self-control. It is very hard to not, again, just to reference that little devil on the shoulder, if you will. I find it very hard. Oh, yes. And isn't it funny? I feel like there's a trend that every time I kind of talk about self-awareness, I get a puzzle piece right where it needs to go that I was struggling to find. I don't know if you noticed that. I certainly feel like that. I understand my big mitten's in the way. It may be hard to see that. So let's change the angle, shall we? So I was struggling to find this section. It's a very unique shape. It appears like it would be a big shape, but with Cobble Hill, you never know. However, I've been staring at this one piece in particular for quite a while, but as I become self-aware and grow a little bit of self-confidence in being able to acknowledge that I was able to restrain myself from buying something that would cause me at the moment to become financially stricken, so I didn't give in. And I honestly felt just as good making that decision for myself as if I walked out with a whole armload of purchases. So my point being, not really my point, just time for my puzzle enthusiasts who maybe have muted my whole discussion, which is absolutely fine. If you don't need to hear this right now, then why would you want to hear it? Because it's just going to be boring, make you angry, I don't know. Anyway, if you still have the volume on, are you ready? 3. Hang on. It's so good. So that piece right there, I don't know if you can see it. You don't even need to see the piece in particular. It's just so good. 3, 2, 1. Oh, amazing. So good. So, yes, let's move on. And what can I talk about right now? And perhaps I will try, perhaps I will try, I don't know why I moved my sleeves up, to maybe film 1 or 2 videos where I am not speaking. Come on. Oh, you know you go, but you don't go, so bye-bye. No? What's going on here now? Okay, hang on. You may go together, but you may not go there, although, gosh, you look like you go there. Are we 100%? Am I 100% sure on that? Gosh. All right, let's see if I can do a close-up of that, and you will see where my struggle is. Okay. Cobble Hill usually has such a high quality puzzle piece that once clicked together, they usually stay together. So I'm putting a lot of faith in my experience with Cobble Hill at the moment. Can you see what I mean, where my frustration comes? So we have 1, 2, 3 pieces that interlock well, but herein lies my problem. The middle piece does not seem to relate. See in this corner, there's a weird, don't mind this is because I'm moving my hand. But right here, although that piece seems to fit to that and this to that, right in here, it doesn't seem to work. So that can become, oh, please don't break. Nice. That can become quite frustrating. Now, how did that just go? Darn it. Oh, it just went, there we go, just like that. Cobble Hill can makes, in my mind, very unique pieces. And sometimes the pieces really seem to fit when at second attempt, you realize they actually did not belong at all. And isn't that just so funny when that happens? Because yes, I believe that I know that piece is correct, but I don't believe the connector pieces are. So maybe they form their own story somewhere else. So that's the one there, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I need 5, and then there's the boot of 1. Okay. Big red pieces there. I don't know where you are at. I might try just to be quiet for a while. Just to see if I stop talking and let my brain almost relax for a minute. Let's see if that makes a bit of difference. I don't know if it will. Gosh, that looks like it goes there. Oh, how frustrating, but I wonder. No, you definitely don't go like that. And when I say quiet, I mean I more so might just talk to my puzzle for a little bit. Ah, there you go. Nice. Ah. God, that is so good. That's going to be too wide, yeah. That is just so good. And then you see, nope. Okay, that's okay. What about over here? Doubt it. No, we'll make it too big. Okay. So you're probably the middle boot. No, you be. I'm trying to figure out which boot or stocking goes where. No. Maybe. Yep. Okay. So the red is coming along, which is nice. Nope. I wonder if you guys, the audience, is seeing where and how I am stuck. And it may be driving you crazy that you can't help me puzzle. So what I am planning to do for the future, probably after the holidays, I imagine, is I would like to start featuring puzzles ahead of time that perhaps you could purchase, not from me, but just purchase in general for yourself, and then maybe you could do a puzzle on your own. Maybe you could do, oh, there we go, nice. Maybe you could do a puzzle on your own and not have to wait for me to figure out things. And honestly, fall in love with puzzling, because I think it is such a lost art and just so much fun, and what a nice thing to be able to do around the holidays. So yeah, maybe. And again, I think a lot of people, I do have a firearm, but I don't have the blower, if you will, so I do get chilly sometimes just sitting here. But alas, the struggles of a puzzler, I guess. yeah, maybe I think a lot of people like to give puzzles nowadays as gifts. And so, if, as I've said, you're feeling too nervous, maybe it's been a long time since you've done a puzzle, maybe your eyesight is not what it was, or, so maybe we can do a puzzle, even if you don't do the same puzzle, that's fine. Maybe we can do a puzzle together, because I don't know, I really view puzzles as an individual thing. I mean, I've tried with another person before, but typically, unless you have amazing light and a big enough table, there's just sometimes not enough room. Now, maybe that's me having trouble, letting others in. I don't know, perhaps, but, all right. Whew, this has been a struggle. Wonder if that piece goes there. Oh, wouldn't it be so nice if it did? Darn it. What about there? Darn it. Okay, that's okay. I might have to get a warmer sweater. And yes, I know my wardrobe is appalling to many, but for me, right now it is okay, as I don't really think I put on airs that you should be looking at how I dress and pardon me, how I dress and all of that. Yeah. Yes, I will leave that type of content creation to people who are really good at it, because it is, to me, almost like art. It is so pretty the way some people can change their whole appearance. Wow, that is just so cool. So yeah, I look like this, and I think it is more important for me to for me to come to, not terms with my appearance, but I don't know. There's nothing I personally am going to be changing about my appearance. Oh, nice. So, you're at the end. Stop it. It's wild how the puzzle pieces, high quality, will always pick at the tiniest thread, the almost non-existent thread that is on your sleeve, and pull your puzzle apart. Ooh, drives me. And I think it will always drive me, because how annoying is it? Ugh, drives me nuts. So, yeah, let's see where we're at. Hi, Wally. Just talking to one of my cats in the background. Okay, so I'm trying to get the stockings set up on the board where I think they go. So there's, in the picture, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I believe I have all of the toes of the socks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know I have all of the bases, if you will. Now I need to work on, oh, no, darn. Oh, I wonder if I might have you incorrect. Because I wonder, no, you are way too bright to go there. Nope. Maybe I was right. I don't know. No, I don't think. Darn it. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind. Probably not. But the wind has just been insane the last few days. Like gusty and high winds and flickering power, no power. Oh, how frustrating. All right. Well, I don't know where that piece goes. Now you see me again go back to my last minute. Ooh, there we go. Nope, darn it. Now you see me go back to my struggle, and I know all of my avid puzzlers out there can just feel my frustration with these pieces, but it is what it is. So, to break it up, I might step away from my puzzle for a few moments. I will be putting another video. I am just going to be putting chronological videos of said puzzle. I will not, for this puzzle at least, be puzzling off camera. I would like you to see the whole process and see where the trials, tribulations, challenges, all of that come from. And again, to be honest, I just need the ladies' room. So I will be back. Please go do whatever chores you need to do, and I will see you. Oh, nice. I will see you soon. All right, please like this video, subscribe below, help me grow a platform for change. All right, thanks guys.